See, officer, everything's fine. We were just having a little fun.
Fun?
Uh-oh.
Steve could have been killed.
Hey, but he wasn't. So chill out, okay?
It's not funny. It's dangerous.
I don't want to mess up her name, but you see it right there. Go check her channel out. Her channel is phenomenal. I want people to know, this is not a call out. No, I don't play that right. The Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? But the Bible does say for us to be light and to be salt to the earth. So channel's dope. Check it out. But there's just some things that I think are a little bit off when it comes to the Laura character. Let's get it.
Who is the girl version? I mean, she knew how to play the accordion, and she was very smart. She came from a wealthy family. She was very classy. She had his same quirks, and she genuinely loved him for him. But it felt like she kept begging for his affection in the show, and it was pretty annoying. It drove me nuts. Say, what do you want in Laura? Yes, Laura was gorgeous, but she was so mean. She was so mean.
Myra was in love with the nerdy Stephen Q. Urkel and went out of her way to stalk him and try to force him to love her back.
But I just can't live a lie, Butterbottom. I care for you deeply, Myra. But I'm in love with another woman, Laura Winslow.
Oh, Steven, you're so cute when you're wrong.
Winslow has played you like a fiddle. She's got you so mixed up that you actually think that you love her, but you don't.
I know.
Don't even know Steve or Laura like that. Myra is right now manipulating Steve, lying on Laura, trying to tell Steve what Laura's intentions have been with Steve for the last 10 years. And Myra's been in his life for 10 minutes. Again, we want to make Myra look like the victim and make Laura look like a villain.
Big bro, you gonna haul your ugly, guilty mug down to the principal's office and come clean?
Ugly, guilty mug. That gets me.
Haven't planned on it.
Well, why not?
Laura, one person is already in trouble. If I confess, 2 people will be in trouble.
You forced Steve to cheat. And now when he needs you, you leave him high and dry.
Eddie, Steve was a real friend to you, and it's about time you return the favor.
God, I love you.
You go and defend people in the way that you do, it elevates them. This is what I keep talking about. It elevates them. This is her brother that she's checking because she does not like how he's treating Steve. Okay? So we got to understand that. Well, Laura was mean to him. Okay? You are a blessed person if you have somebody like this that'll have your back when people are coming at you crazy. Check this out.
Look, I owe you an apology. The only reason I asked you to be my partner was because I was worried about my grade. When I said my feelings for you might change, I was lying. And I'm sorry.
So you trifled with my emotions. I offered you my heart and you stomped that sucker flat.
You stomped that sucker flat.
Yes.
No biggie.
You see Laura right there? No one ever, when you want to go and drag Laura and make it sound like she was a monster, no one ever talks about this stuff. No one ever talks about the accountability, right? The apology. And a lot of y'all that be dragging Laura are not even this, as an adult, you're not even this responsible. Check it out. Steve about to show us what's important to him.
What?
Well, you fessed up. That's what counts. Your honesty only makes me love you more.
Ooh.
So, will you still be my partner?
Hey, you bet, my pet.
Thanks, Steve.
Let's stop it again there. What did Steve just say? Laura didn't deserve Steve, and Myra deserves Steve. You got to ask, what are the things that are important to Steve? Honesty, accountability. Hi,
Laura, thanks, Rex. Well, you found the only gown that could compliment your natural beauty.
Thanks, Steve.
And it minimizes your butt, too.
Steve, quit looking back there. Quit looking back there.
You're too kind.
Exactly.
So, having fun?
I guess. How about you?
Laura, you were right. Everyone's real impressed that I'm out with Myra.
I'm glad.
Laura,
Yeah?
I thought we settled this.
Settle what?
This is what we try to do. We try to box people into one thing and not look at them from a holistic view. Okay? And that's what a lot of people try to do and not mention stuff like this and what Laura's about to do to why Steve loves her so much.
I told you to stop hanging out with the nerd.
Ooh.
Now, come on, I want to dance.
Nobody tells me who I can and cannot see. I'm my own woman and I can make my own decisions.
But baby,
I'm not your baby.
I'm not your baby,
Look,
bro.
Steve Urkel may be annoying.
Right there.
But he's always treated me with respect. And that's why he has a date tonight.
Oh.
And as of right now, you don't.
You don't.
What a woman.
You see Steve's response there? Now listen to this is what I love and I wish people would see. What did Laura just say to Jimmy? Steve may be annoying. Laura's real, right? She's authentic. She is real. She is the real deal. A lot of us don't like real. We like fakes. Elevated Steve over her date. Walking out with Steve being the man, not Jimmy. Steve. Okay, let's go.
My eyes.
Why Steve?
Well,
Did
I'm
Laura-
sorry about Jimmy. But I want to thank you for standing up for me.
Hey, I
Oh,
stood up for myself.
So it was just a matter of principle.
exactly.
That's right.
It had nothing to do whatsoever with the possibility that you care about me in any way.
That's right.
And this is my point, what I'm saying. Steve recognizes what Laura did. You know, I'm sorry about Jimmy, but I want to thank you for standing up for me. Steve's already getting it. This girl cares about me, man. And that's one, again, what makes Steve stay around. Because Laura did stuff like this. Laura may pop off at Steve, but she would not let nobody else come at that dude. That's special.
Not even the slightest little teensy-weensy, itty-bitty bit.
Exactly. Get her, Steve. Get her to admit it.
Well, stop there.
Right.
I'll take it.
Yeah. And she basically just admitted it with the whale. Yeah, Steve. We know what it is. We know what it is.
How about a hug?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Laura loves playing with Steve like that. 2 seconds. Girl, if you don't come over here and give me a hug.
Imagine you shot me down 26 times. Now I'm asking you one final time because I absolutely refuse to beg.
Final time, and I ain't begging. I ain't begging. I ain't begging.
Will you go to the dance with me?
No.
Please!
But I heard she's turned down every guy who's asked.
Well, if you ask her, she won't turn you down.
Really? Oh, I had cold feet until Steve proved me in.
Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said if I asked you, you'd probably say yes.
She says, Steve, what Steve got to do with this? What you talking about, bro? What Steve got to do with this? Mind your business, bro. What you bringing up him for? Huh?
But that makes no sense. Steve is obsessed with me.
Yeah.
He freaks out when I even mention another guy.
Well, you said he realized that going to the dance with me would make you happy. And that's all he really cares about.
Steve said that.
Look at them, though. You just kind of wonder, like, if they would have put them together and then had, oh my gosh, the kids that they would have had to maybe cast. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, I know some people say Stefan. I'm like, no, Stefan and Laura up there, don't get me wrong. Kelly and Jaleel look good together, period. Stefan and Laura, Steve and Laura, Kelly and Jaleel, they look good together, period. But this dude right here, he's on another level.
Steve Urkel?
Yeah.
Laura won. Ha ha. Of course, right? Come on now.
Congratulations, Laura. Keep it short.
Gee whiz.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, that was beautiful.
I guess it can't be any shorter than that. Oh my gosh. He meant it. I'd keep it short. Keep it to 2 words. Thank you. That's all.
But now it's time for the Queen's dance. Who's the lucky young man, Laura?
Peep game on this here.
This dance goes to the one guy who's always treated me like a queen. Steve Urkel.
Woo! Noticed this before, so I looked at it again. Laura, I always kind of thought Laura asked, Ted for permission in a way, like, hey, is it cool if I go dance with Steve? But then if you realize how quick the conversation is, I think Laura just tells him, hey, I'm gonna dedicate this dance to Steve. And it seems like Ted's like, okay, right?
This dance goes to the one guy who's always treated me like a queen. Steve Urkel.
Laura, once again, is putting Steve on a unreachable pedestal. What did Laura say? The only guy that treats me like a queen. puts him on this pedestal. You got brother there, you got current boyfriend, and she says, this guy, this man right here, always treats me like a queen. Look at her. Waiting with anticipation. Waiting with anticipation. Come on, boy. It's me and you. This is me and you right now. Yes, me and you. Bring them in. Bring them in. This is what I'm talking about. You see how Laura even brings them in close. I want you to feel my body, boy. Made Steve Snipe. Put him on a pedestal. Turn it back on his best friend. You can put her down.
There's something I wanted to talk to you.
What's up, baby?
What's up, baby? You know what's interesting is how quickly Steve gets there.
The girl next door, oh yeah. I need to be with her.
Something. Happy birthday, Steve.
A present? For me?
Mm-hmm.
From you?
Ugh.
How? Take me now, Lord. It's all downhill from here.
Open it.
Get to the bottom of it, Steve. Get to the bottom of it.
Half off the price of admission to Cheese Town. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you, Laura. I love it.
So again, I just want to point this out. When we go and we're trying to label Laura as mean, cool, if you wanna do that, but you need to also remember these things.
Well, I'm glad you're happy. I wanted to give you a party, but I got a late start and everybody already had prior commitments.
She want to do a whole party.
No need to explain. I totally understand. It would take a miracle to get people to come to a party for me.
Well, I'm glad you understand because...
Miracles happen. Miracles happen. Look at the cake. Look at the cake. Look at Steve's face. Look at Laura's face. Laura is getting joy out of this as well. No one ever wants to mention Laura was mean to Steve when they were younger. But here is where Laura is continuing to grow. She's continuing to mature.
You, I've been grounded for the next 2 weeks, you cheeky man stealer.
You get a call struck.
I won't back away from it.
Stop it, I say.
Wait, hold on. We got to stop Steve. Stop it, Steve. I got to stop you first of all. She said, Myra said, I won't back away from it. Laura put up that foot. Bam! Myra backed away. What can we learn from Myra so far here? Don't light the fire if you're not ready for that smoke, huh? Okay, continue.
Far enough. I want everything out of the open.
Out of the open.
Here's fair warning.
Good job, Steve.
I intend to remain friends with Laura.
Right.
And if she gives me the slightest inkling that I can win her heart, I'm gone, baby.
I'm gone, baby. Like the wind, baby.
I understand. I accept those terms.
Hey, I'm thrilled.
Right.
Wonderful.
Deserved better, as the young lady said so eloquently. And this is the reality. You are no greater than your choices. Steve just gave Myra a choice. So why does she deserve better than what she chose? Explain that. Please, somebody explain that to me. People that make the right choices and have discipline, they are the ones that are thriving in life.
How's about you two lovelies bury the hatchet? Come on, shake hands.
Steve is such a man here, man. Such a man here.
Them's of me, gals.
So mature.
I think we're gonna be good buddies.
Steve will never go back to you, Laura. Once he's been to Tahiti, now why would he settle for Coney Island?
Myra is a fronter. She is she's a fake person of confidence. Got to get the last hateful, jealous, insecure, immature word in because she's actually threatened by Laura, as she should be, because she is choosing to be with the man that deep down don't want her. Like, I'll just be his second best. No, man, God's purpose for you is to be a man's best, right? To be his rib, to be the favor in his life. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what Myra is.
Myra's made it quite clear that, well, she liked to do the wiggle, wiggle, wing, bing. I'm just as anxious as the next guy.
Genuine.
But I want to wait. I want my wedding night to be special.
Right. My advice to you is be true to yourself.
Say true.
Go with what you believe in. Now, if Myra can't support that, she is just not the right girl for you.
Thanks, Estelle. You're so well.
No, pleasure.
I love the relationship. But this is why you need to have elders in your life. And you know why? Because they know more than you. And two, you're going to be one day and you're going to want that same respect. Look at what's going on. Myra was perfect for Steve. Myra loves Steve for Steve. Yeah, but she does not respect him. She doesn't respect him. Steve, check it out. Mother Winslow saying two things here. One, she's basically saying, Steve, if Myra can't respect, you hear that word? Respect that. She's just not the right girl for you. Why? Because meaning, if she doesn't respect that, she doesn't respect you. Then Mother Winslow was saying, like, this can't be the girl for you, where you're trying to respect her, you're trying to lead her, you're trying to honor her, and she's trying to bring herself down to a lower level, and you with it.
Look, you got this big bed. Why can't we just share?
Does sharing carpet also make you crazy? Forget it, Steve.
Well, then where am I gonna sleep?
I don't know, and frankly, I'm tired of thinking about it, so why don't you just grab a blanket and go sleep in the bathtub?
But Laura, this...
Go!
Laura's irritated. And can I say this? I'm showing this because I'm letting people know I'm not running away from some of the ways and moods that Laura is in. Because see, y'all don't do that with Myra though. Y'all try to paint her like she's a saint. I never said that Laura was a saint. I just said she was human. That's all. Like the rest of us.
No, don't interrupt me.
Steve's mad now.
Then I drove you here in my car. And were you pleasant company? No.
She wasn't.
Steve,
She wasn't.
I'm not through.
He ain't done yet.
Then you broke my car. I love you with all my heart. But just because you don't love me back doesn't give you the right to treat me like dirt. I'm a person, and I have feelings, and I demand to be treated with respect and dignity.
So beautifully said, Steve. So beautifully said. This is the thing that people, I don't think, get when it comes to Steve and Laura. Laura was mean to Steve. When Steve really felt like Laura is pushing his buttons, he speaks up. So all the times when you're like, well, she was mean, popping off, it wasn't getting to Steve. Steve knows majority of what Laura says is not coming from a malicious place. She's not being malicious. I'm with you, Steve. I'm with you.
You're right.
What?
What?
You're absolutely right. I'm the one who messed up. But I've been taking it out on you.
Wow.
You were a friend every step of the way, and all I did was complain.
Wow.
I'm really sorry, Steve. Will you forgive me?
Wow. Okay.
This is what Steve admires. This is what Steve loves. Steve is not looking like some of y'all are for somebody to be perfect, for somebody to be just like him. He's not looking for that. He's looking for certain qualities: honesty, accountability, respect. Laura could have my grandma gown right now. I can't take you serious. No, Laura takes full accountability like she always does.
Good night, Steve.
Wait a minute. Where are you going?
You take the bed. I'll sleep in the tub.
Wow.
Oh, hold it, Laura. This is silly. Now let's be adult about this.
Be adult.
We have a double bed and two people.
Two people.
You sleep under the covers, and I'll sleep on top of the covers.
On top.
And never the twain shall meet.
We ain't gonna do that yet.
All right, it's a deal.
We gonna do it later, but not yet. I'll get her all later. You know what I'm saying? That's not somebody that's a creep, but somebody that respects himself and her. Just wanted to say that. I'm so tired of hearing people say stuff like that. Look at him. Yeah. Come on. Sure. I'm just, you all over there. I'm just trying to get me some sleep right here. That's it. Right there. Just to make sure you know. Look at the smile on Louis' face. Look how just as an example, look how quickly this was diffused. And when I mean diffused, I don't mean people laying down, they still kind of irritated. It is done. It's gone. The situation, poof, gone. Okay, just want to show that this is the type of stuff that makes relationships work.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, you are one totally sick puppy.
Well, fine. I did not pose for this sketch. And you certainly did not draw it from memory. What? I've never shown you my room. You been spying on me.
Only once.
Well, you have gone too far, Toots. You have turned a healthy attraction into a sickening obsession. But
What did Steve just say right there? What does Steve need? Y'all act like Steve needed Myra. He didn't need Myra. There is things about Myra that Steve does not admire. And this is one of them.
your butts, Missy. Oh, you lost your butt rights when you sketched mine.
What are you saying?
Goodbye, Myra. What you did to me hurt me deeply.
Does Myra fess up and say, yeah, I was wrong for that. I'm sorry. No, Myra does not apologize here. Myra does not apologize. She does not take any accountability. Y'all saying she classy? Ain't nothing classy about drawing his, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. Ain't nothing classy about that. But I'm just showing you the difference. That, you know what Steve needed from Myra right there? Is just to apologize. Admit she was wrong, squash it, and Steve would have went on about his business. Look at this.
What do you mean he's not in his room? It's 11:30 in the p.m. Well, sorry, just doesn't cut the mustard now, does it, buddy boy?
Look at this, though. People don't realize about that is that made Steve uncomfortable, and it would make you. Besides, if this was your grandma, your mama, but you cannot tell me if this was a significant other and you walked into their room and you couldn't turn any direction without seeing your face. You're going to wonder where your mace. You know you're going to have some issues on your hand. But again, this stuff is a past with Myra.
And dimes, yes. I'm drunk on you, baby.
Land it.
And I always have been.
Land it.
What am I going to do with you, Steve Urkel?
This is what so important right here. This is so important because when I talk about what Steve needed from Myra, she could not provide, but he got out of Laura organically. What does he say?
Just love me, Laura. Love me like I love you.
Just love me, Laura. Love me like I love you, right? Now, look at how she's kissing him, right? Laura is kissing him from a place of love. You know, this is all in. If you're not, you know what I'm saying? This is all in, literally. You know, so that's what we got to understand is that Steve already knew it's there. He's just saying, Laura, let it come out. Let it come out. Let it come out. Yeah, you're too late, Myra. Too much has happened. They're not going back from this. Laura gave him that sugar. That sugar.
Myra, you think I let you go just so you can get on with your life? You're one bearded lady short of a freak show. I want you to stop being this silly new Steve and come crawling back to me and beg my forgiveness.
Okay, so here again, guys. Gosh, I'm almost tired at this point. Here again is an opportunity for Myra to do right. Not only does she not do right, she digs her heels in even deeper. And the ridiculousness of this. Why is it that Myra can act this way and get grace, but Laura couldn't have acted the way she did as a teenager and not get grace?
Dog skin. The world's never preferred you. But I just saw my daughter trying to scrub the black off her skin underwater. Running from the sun, she ain't trying to get darker. Haunted Will anybody want her? Cause they don't want it for the road, they don't want it for the show, don't want it for the vote, they'll take it for the night, but they don't want it for a home.
I can't lie, I'm actually getting emotional. This is deep, man. Because the amount of colorism black women go through is absolute, not just black, I mean dark-skinned black women go through is actually insane, man. Oh my gosh, I'm actually getting emotional, I can't lie. I cannot lie.
Dark skin, the world never preferred you. Okay.
For the life of me, I can't understand what you see in this strumpet.
Strumpet?
Right.
I got your strumpet.
Yeah, I called you strumpet it out. So come on, Miss Red.
Yeah. Lord, swing one time. Swing time one time for your mind.
Girls, don't fight over me. Even though it's my dream come true.
It would be. I was sitting here thinking with Jaleel, Jaleel White, that he kissed on Kelly, Michelle, two of the most beautiful women ever, Sanana Lathan in season 8. I'm just thinking like, man, it got to be downhill after that, man. It got to be downhill after that. Where do you go after that, man?
I'm mine and I want you back.
I still hear no apology.
I'm sorry, Myra, but it's over.
I still hear no apology from Myra. None whatsoever. I'm going to stomp. I'm going to act like a child.
This is all your fault.
And I'm going to deflect.
You may have won the battle, but you will never win the war. Stephen Q. Urkel is my man, and I won't let him go without a fight. Huh?
You do not pick partnerships based on pleasure. You pick partnerships based on purpose. And I think that's where a lot of people get messed up. There are a lot of people you can be compatible with, but they're not going the same direction as you. The pleasure wears off when you get in a pit. Like when it ain't working, when we lost the money, times when people are starting to date and have fun and do all the different things, they're not thinking purpose. And it's hard to think purpose when you have not spent enough time with yourself personally.
Sunshine. Something smells good. It's your breakfast, your royal swellness.
Gentlemen. Oh, Steve.
2 eggs over easy, bacon medium, hash browns I bake on yarn with juice later on.
Okay. Hold on. I love the fact that Steve knows all her favorite foods. Remember, Steve kind of has a different palate for food, but he knows all hers, huh? Kiss the cook. Okay, I like.
All my favorite stuff. What's going on?
Let's just say if you were to choose me as your life mate, this repast would be your future.
Steve, are you trying to bribe me?
You betcha, baby.
You betcha.
Laura, there is something else I'd like to bring up. It's a long-standing Urkel tradition to wait 3 months before consummating the marriage.
But Steve,
you know what? I love that they have Laura saying this. But Steve, what are you talking about, Steve? Look, she's waited a long time. You've turned away the Myras of the world. When you go, the Bible says, be fruitful and multiply when you get married. Okay? When you and Laura say I do, that is your time, boy, to make that bed rock now. Look, that's what the Bible says.
Okay, you talking about it.
Handle your business. Down. And the reality of it is, Myra and Steve work. What did the young lady say? They play the accordion. Yeah, they do that. They're buddies. Those are things you can do with your buddies, with your friends. Like, we can go and play basketball. We can go and play the accordion. We can go. Those are buddies. That's not marriage stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's buddy stuff. Like, but what is marriage stuff? Marriage stuff is when you believe and you stand for the same things. You believe and you stand for the same things. You have a similar perspective.
Issue. The pleasure wears off when you get in a pit. Like when it ain't working, when we lost the money, when you used to dress up for me and now you looking like a grandma, like all of those things, that's when you have to pick partners that you remember. Why did we get together? What was the purpose of this? What did we say we were going to do? And so
maybe not everything is in, 100. But you believe the same things, and something that people continue to let fall away from reality is Steve and Laura believe in a lot of the same things because they're being raised the same way. Those things matter. It's about purpose. It's not about, compatibility. It's not just about that when you're talking about marriage. That's why there's so many compatible people that are divorced. But you talk to me about how many people get divorced when they know their purpose with the person. Okay. Mindset of this, oh man, I hate the fact that they wrote Myra like this, in season 9, man. They really jacked up, they really jacked up her character. And I'm like, that's funny. That's funny that nobody ever says that about Laura. Nobody ever says oh man, the way they wrote Laura in the beginning of those years was really kind of jacked up, man. I wish they wouldn't have wrote her like that. Why doesn't Laura get the same grace? Y'all throw all these excuses. Why doesn't Laura get that same grace? And I say that because Myra's been doing this with Steve. This has been a pattern for her as we went down the journey to see, right? Spying and look at her room right now. Pictures everywhere of Steve Urkel. And y'all gonna call that love. Okay, again, people getting locked up for stuff like that. But the thing that I figured out too is a lot of y'all lie on Laura because Myra can't stand on her own. So you gotta drag Laura down to make Myra look better because Myra can't. But I've never had to lie on Myra to make Laura look better. I've never had to do it. Myra has all, and that's my point that I'm making. Is Steve is looking at it saying, Myra, you kind of mess up a lot. You don't ever apologize or take accountability or recognize that it's wrong. You saw such a beautiful interaction just right here. Just love me, Laura. Love me like I love you. You don't hear nothing on here. Laura, be obsessed with me. Laura, gas me up. Laura, you're my confidence builder. I need you to build my confidence. Nah, Steve already that dude. He's already that dude. He doesn't need Laura to do that. He told Laura what he needs her to do. Just love me, Laura. Love me like I love you. Now, why? And here's another question. Why would Steve say that to Laura if why would Steve say this to Laura if Myra was already doing it? Why would Steve say this to Laura if Myra was already doing it? Okay. Time upon time. That's why y'all got to stop acting that, it's because you mess up. No, it's how you mess up. It's how you mess up and get back up. See, a lot of y'all, we in this, you want to cancel everybody and everything that doesn't function right. But you know what? If we were to do that, we'd have to cancel you. Because everybody can get a spotlight and put it on your life and stuff in your life will be exposed. Because nobody is perfect. Again, if you are, then we need to bow down to you. I need to send my prayers to you. Will you answer them, please? Because you must be perfect. The fact that you can only point out Laura's flaws and not Myra is an indication you're not perfect. It's an indication you're not perfect. It's an indication you got flaws. It's an indication you only see things one way. I can admit that. I've admitted it about Laura. I can see both sides. But I can also see what Steve needed. And Myra was not what Steve needed. Myra and Laura did the same thing to Steve. They rejected him at one point in time and they accepted him at one point in time. They're just different seasons of life. Laura in her younger years rejected Steve romantically. Laura in her older years accepted Steve romantically, right? We go to Myra. Myra in her younger years accepted Steve romantically. Myra in her older years rejected Steve romantically because he wasn't wearing his high waters and his overalls and stuff anymore. So we have to stop making it seem like Myra did Steve so much more greater than Laura did. That is not true. They did the same things. And the problem with it is, and the deception of it is, and the lies of it is that it's worse when Myra did it than Laura. Laura did it at 14, 15, 16. When Laura started to grow up and mature, she treated Steve better. Why? Because when you know better, you do better. As Myra got older, she treated Steve worse. You know why? It's because Laura and Steve were maturing and growing at the same pace. And I said this before, when you are growing, the beautifulness of it is you can see other people's growth. Myra did not accept Steve for who he was as he got older. Laura did. Laura always saw the potential in Steve. She believed in Steve. And she would look at him and be like, bruh, I know there's more of that in you. I need to bring it out. And eventually Steve started to realize that and desire that for himself. He did that. Voila, you have Steve and Laura for life. But yeah, man, love God, love people. May God bless you. May God keep you. I'm just saying, people, tell the truth.